lastly, on using kedomaka to make small talks in Igbo is how to use it to ask about somebody's family, somebody's job, somebody's children, somebody's wife. So you're calling somebody on phone. How's your family? How's your business? How you're doing? That kind of a thing. You just want to generally make inquiry about a person. And this is indispensable. This is a skill you need to have because, like I said, in Igbo, you don't just say good morning and walk away. You don't say, we have a song. I'll play that song for you. It says, you don't just say good morning and walk away. Someone had to sing it as a song because it's a thing in Igbo. It's culturally inappropriate. I'm gonna be doing some things, a video for you very soon about things that are culturally inappropriate in Igbo. For example, no matter how left-handed you are, you may be left-handed from birth, and it's okay in the Western culture, wherever you are in India, it may be okay there, but here in Nigeria, in Igbo society, you can't eat with your left hand. You can't give something to somebody or take something from someone with your left hand. It's like a taboo. It's something you mustn't do. No matter how left-handed you are, you have to find a way to do it when no one is looking. It's that serious. I'm gonna do a series on that, just maybe a video telling you, because I know some of you are coming back for the Christmas, the things you should look out for and the things you should prepare your mind about and things you don't want to do when you come back home. So greeting somebody and just walking away, it's awkward, it is off, it is culturally inappropriate. You greet somebody, you have to ask them, how are you doing? How is your family? How is your wife? How is your husband if they are married? How are your children if they have kids? How is your job? How is your business? And all those little things. How is your health? And you can just say a few of those to them and you can part ways. And you can also expect them to say those things to you, because that is at the point where most of you rush in to say, Anaima Swibo Fuma. That is, I don't speak Igbo very well, so you just want them to, you just want them to cut you some slack. But it's not very difficult. It's very simple. All you have to know is the words for the things that you want to ask the person. Then there is the gi. As we said earlier, kedomaka gi is how about you. But when you say kedomaka, something in between, and you put gi, you have just asked how about your plus the thing that you put in between. For example, if I wanted to ask about your wife, I will say kedomaka nwunye gi. Nwunye is the word for wife. What if I wanted to ask about husband? Kedomaka di gi. Di is the word for husband. Gi makes it your. In Igbo, like I pointed out with the adjectives, the possessive pronouns come after the word they possess. Unlike in English, where the possessive pronouns come before the words they possess, in Igbo is the other way around. So you're gonna have wife before your, you're gonna have husband before your, you're gonna have family before your. So you can go on and explore with the words that you know already. You know the word for work, you know the word for home, you know the word for family, you know the word for children. You can even look through the video we made on 250 words and phrases and the follow-up video on 145 words and phrases. You're gonna find words for these things in that video. Find words for it in the video, is there, and then you can just switch it and put your at the end. So once you just put the name of the thing, you put your at the end. For breakfast, for example, breakfast nri ụtụtụ, I can say kedu maka nri ụtụtụ gị. That is, where is your breakfast, or how about your breakfast, you see. So that's another kind of talk. But when you just want to ask somebody generally about their family, about their job, about their this or whatever, I wrote a few words down for you that I'm just going to read for you now that you can use to ask people. Okay, there is ezinụlọ. Ezinụlọ is the word for family. Family is ezinụlọ. Then there is ọrụ. Ọrụ is the word for work. Work. Then variation to ọrụ is ahịa. Ahịa is business. So if the person is not employed or offering services, you wouldn't have to ask about their honor, their job, or their services. You would have to ask about their business, which is their ahia. If they are traders, is ahia. Kedomaka ahia ge. But if they are employed or they offer services, you can say kedomaka honor ge. You see, like farmers is honor ge. You see, then there is children. Children is omo. You say kedomaka omo ge, omo ge. And if they don't have children, they have just one child, you would want to say kedomaka nwa ge, nwa ge. How about your child? You know. And ahu is the word for body. Ahu means body. Now I'm gonna have to explain on this. If you say kedomaka ahu ge, ahu in this context doesn't just mean body, but means health, with a connotation that the person is having ill health. So it kind of not just only means health, but kind of ill health. So how is your health? Like you're recovering, you know, maybe you have a case, you're asthmatic or diabetic, or you have something. So somebody's asking, how is your body? How is that thing that you are suffering from or you are sick with? You understand? So it's good for asking people who are recovering, or people who are sick, or people who have traumatic experiences, you know, these situations, they had seizures or something like that. You can just use it to ask about how is their health, you know, someone who's had a stroke, recovering, and all those kind of things. But what if you just wanted to ask about somebody's health in general, like, are you in health, you know, without implying that the person was sick already? You know, a healthy person who you don't know might be sick, might not be sick, you know, just want to say you're in good health, that kind of a thing. Because it's a thing in Igbo, you have to ask about people's health. You have to ask about their health. Health and life is sacred in Igbo. You have to ask about health. You know the person is alive, so you have to ask about health. And the way to ask about health is Okwa Ahu De. Okwa Ahu De. And Okwa Ahu De is hope health is. Hope health is, or hope there is health. You know, Ahu means health in this context. Hope there is health. You see, another way you can also ask is Ahu Odekwa. Ahu Odekwa. Ahu Odekwa. So if I say it together the way I tell you to say words together, it will sound Ahu Odekwa. Ahu Odekwa is hope there is health, you know, hope you're in health, hope you're in good shape. But it's just a way of saying you're good, right? Like, it's a greeting. Don't think of it in English, think of it in Igbo. Like I said, if you translate it from English, from Igbo to English, it may sound inappropriate to you, but in Igbo culture, it's very appropriate. It is inappropriate not to ask when you talk with people. You know, the first thing after saying greeting is hope everybody's in good health. Hope everybody, you know, you can even start with the person, hope you're in good health. Then when you ask Omoge Kwano, Kedomaka Omoge, the person says Hadema, you can follow up Okwa Honde. That is hope they are in health, hope there is health. And the person will say, yes, Ahode. Ahode is there is health, you know, and that is a response the person can give to you. So health is something very big in Igbo that you have to ask after. There's some of that things that you just might want to ask after is about the person's mother, the person's father, the person's husband, the person's wife. And I said the word for father is nna, the word for wife, mother is nne, the word for wife is munye, and the word for husband is di. What about parents? Because we just said father, mother. What about parents? Parents is nenana. Nenana. That's the word for parents in Igbo. Nenana. Nenana means father and mother and father. Ne is mother, na is father. So nenana is mother and father, and that is how you express parents in Igbo. No, it is not father and mother, even though Igbo is a patriarchal society. You know, so it's not father and mother, it's mother and father. Ne nana. So the other one you may want to ask is about siblings. Yeah, we didn't ask about their siblings. So what if you want to ask, how is your brother, how is your sister, or how are your siblings? For brother, we did something about siblings in our last video, your last video with me, on names of the days of the week in Igbo and all that, where we say wanne, talking about tomorrow, next tomorrow. We say tomorrow is echi, next tomorrow is wanne echi, and I explained that wanne, the word wanne there means sibling. So if you want to say how about your sibling or how is your sibling, kedomaka wanne gi. So if you're asking wanne gi, it may presuppose that the person has only one sibling, or it may presuppose that there is only one of his siblings that you know, and that is obviously the person you're asking after. But if you want to ask about all the siblings and not just one, you would have to say omo ne. Remember, omo is the word for children. When we say kedo maka omoge, then you have ne, the word for mother. So omo ne is children of mother. So that is the way we say your siblings. So the children of your mother. Kedo maka omunne gi, children of your mother. Now, omunne gi, irrespective of whether they are from your father, maybe you have a mother and a stepmother, it doesn't matter. All of them are omunne gi in this context. Now, what if you want to get specific and you want to ask about the brother, or you want to ask about the sister? The word for brother in Igbo is nwanne nwoke. Nwanne nwoke. The word for sister in Igbo is nwanne nwanyi. Nwanne is the word for sibling. Nwoke means male. Nwanyi means female. It can be, nwoke can be for boy, for man, for old man, male. That is nwoke. Nwanyi also can be for a girl, a lady, a woman. It just means female. So when you put it there, you are just specifying. But this time around, it's not going to be kedu maka nwanne nwanyi gi. That can fly, but it is so I don't know how to put it. It sounds a little off in the ear. So the way to make it sound good, the way to speak it like a native speaker would be kedu maka nwanne gi nwanyi. Remember, nwanne gi is your sibling. So putting nwanyi after gi is trying to specify that the sibling you're asking for is the female one. Putting nwoke after gi is trying to specify that the sibling you're asking for is the male one. It's just like an appendix. It's an extra information. So it is not part of the whole one negi, but it just comes after to clarify. So that is how you use that one. And I think that's the only one that has that exception. The other ones will have to come in between kedomaka and gi. So kedomaka, you have the thing, then you have gi. Kedomaka, you have the thing, then you have gi. And that is how you can use kedomaka in Igbo to make small talks. Now, I really hope these videos are really helping you to learn Igbo. Like I always say, feel free to send me questions, but let me clarify something. The questions that I'm going to be taking on this channel henceforth are questions relating to the video that you are commenting under. So if there's something I have taught in the video that you want to ask me a question about, then you can leave a comment in that specific video asking for clarification, so that those who are also reviewing the video can benefit from your question and the answer that I provide. So I encourage asking questions within this context. Now, the other kind of questions, in quote, questions that I take are video requests. So it doesn't have to be any video, any of my video. You can just drop a comment saying, can you do this video for me? Or you can go on my community page and drop a comment and say, can you do this video for me? And those of you who have dropped video requests, I have been able to take most of your video requests. So I still have one on my list that I'm trying to attend to. So if you have a video request that you want me to do, just leave it in the comments, and it's welcome, it's appreciated. I'm just glad and willing to do the things that you want to learn, because there's no need making a video that this is not something you are using now, this is not something you're able to use now. Maybe you can use it in the next 4 or 5 years, but it's not on your plate at the moment. So I want things that you're interested in at the moment, and it's encouraged for you to do that. Now, if you want me to do things like translating words for you, words that you heard or words that you saw, or something you're thinking about and you want to know what's the meaning of this, now that is the questions I don't entertain. I don't entertain that, not on the channel. The channel is for the videos and everything related to the videos that I make or I'm about to make. Now, if you want to ask those kind of questions, there's a way to do it. I have a one-on-one language learning plan, and that is the 60-minute lessons. So if you enroll for the 60-minute lessons, maybe one lesson or a few lessons, 5, 10, or as many lessons as you want to have, in between those sessions, you can ask me questions and I'll be available to give you feedback, give you answers. Sometimes my students on one-on-one can send me voice notes and say, Mazi, listen to this, did I pronounce it correctly? And I can listen to it and say, okay, this is not correct, and I can, record, give them feedback, give them the correct pronunciation and say this is how you pronounce it, and then I pronounce it many times, pronounce it faster, pronounce it slower, and send it to them, and they can use that to review what they are learning. I give you support when you are taking a one-on-one with me, and that includes asking these kind of questions of for me to be a Google translator on Google YouTube. No, you can go to Google and check for the meaning of words and all that. I am not going to do that. So let's clarify when I say ask questions. How reason why I'm stressing this, because I'm not going to entertain such questions henceforth. I wasn't smiling.